Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Banzai International is a marketing technology company and providing data-driven marketing and sales solutions for various businesses in the United States, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and the Asia Pacific. And with me is Joe Davy, the CEO, chairman, and co-founder. Great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's just start with, give me an overall view of the company. What's the mission, the vision of Banzai?
Yeah, sure. Banzai's mission is basically to help our customers accomplish their mission. And for our customers who are marketers, what that means is basically being more efficient, more effective in the marketing campaigns that they run, engaging their customers more effectively. And so the way we do that, our vision is basically, we believe that over the next 10 years that AI is going to eat marketing. And we believe that the solution to that is customer engagement that's data-driven. And so what we're building at Banzai is basically a platform business of data-driven solutions for marketing that provide, either raw data that our customers can leverage to make them more effective, provide analytics tools that they can use to make better business decisions, or provide applications that they can use that ultimately, either produce some data that's valuable to them, that rely on data that enables them to be more effective. So it's basically for us all comes down to more effective data, more effective marketing.
Yeah. So what works for sales? I mean, what are you seeing is effective in the marketplace to drive sales? Yeah.
There's no substitute for getting in front of your customer and having effective, conversations with them.
In person.
In person, but also virtually.
Okay.
One of our other products, Demio, was just named the #1 webinar product for marketers by Forbes. And so, this is a huge opportunity right now. I think for marketers, the biggest challenge they're having is just how do they cut through the noise? Because, there's so many companies out there today. Market has become really, really competitive across almost every field, security, IT, HR, there's more competition than ever before. Marketers need to find ways to build deeper customer relationships, find messages that resonate. Ultimately, they need to be able to take their data and use it effectively to drive their sales process, to drive their follow-up. So, for our customers, the thing that makes a big difference for them is being able to, create those experiences, take that data, and then ultimately push that data into a sales workflow that works for them. But over time, we're zooming out. I mean, we're not, we don't think of ourselves in any way as an event company or as a webinar company or anything like that. We really think of ourselves as a data company. We think of those as just solutions that we power, using that core competency that we have. And so we're looking at other applications, other types of raw data that we can provide, and acquisitions that we can do that are related to that.
Now, what's in store for this year?
Big focus for us this year is just creating scale in the business. I think, we are, in our opinion, there are a lot of companies that are coming on the market at attractive prices. So I think if we can find, attractive companies that we feel good about, that we think are good deals, and that we can effectively execute on those acquisitions, then I think we can scale this business up really, really dramatically. And that's basically our #1 focus for the year is just how do we get our business to, can we get a business to a, $25 million, $50 million, $100 million scale? What's the timeline to do that? Can we do that in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years? So the better that we execute, I think the faster we'll be able to pull that timeline in. But really that creating that scale just through that strategic consolidation of this industry is the biggest opportunity here. I think there's an opportunity for us to create a very big business here over time if we are disciplined about what we're doing, and if we're focused on it, and if we're able to find great companies that want to be part of our overall platform.
Yeah. Okay, Joe, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks.
Lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis can be difficult to treat and debilitating for an animal's health and well-being. Take control of lameness issues and joint pain. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. With just one injection, Spring with OsteoCushion technology targets the root cause of lameness issues, joint pain and osteoarthritis, helping animals do what they do best.
Game Time is a retailer specializing in officially licensed sports watches for the NFL, the NHL, Major League Baseball, and more. The collection features a wide range of styles from kids' digital watches to high-end limited edition watches to suit every sports fan's preference. With me is CEO Adam Pennington, and I know you're in year 2 of the Jets deal.
We are.
I remember we talked about when you first launched it. It was so exciting. So how's that going?
It's going great, and thanks for having me, Jane. It's going really well. We're excited for year 2. The team's going to be better this year. Aaron Rodgers is back, which is great for business for the Jets. We have a bunch of new styles coming out for the Jets. The Jets just launched a new logo for this year, so we're coming out with new watches with their new logos. We are going to be using all their players in our social media campaigns. So whether it's billboards, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, we're going to be using them to help us move our product.
Yeah. Now, last time we spoke, you were talking about potentially a deal with Reebok. What's the latest on that?
So we signed very excited. We signed a 4-year deal as the exclusive watch of Reebok in North America. So we'll be making watches for with the 2 different Reebok logos, their Vector logo and their Delta logo. Their Delta logo sells only at Walmart. Right now, they do about $1 billion a year in sales at Walmart with Reebok and $4 billion a year outside of Reebok worldwide. So we are excited to become part of that universe. ABG, who bought Reebok, has done a great job rebuilding this iconic brand. So we are now we're now part of that. So we're going to be making watches that are going to range from $29.99 to $199.99. Just nice high-end workout watches.
And that's exclusively at Walmart?
It'll be at Walmart and retailers across America.
Okay. Also, any new products will be coming out this year?
Yes, we have a license now with all the leagues to do wall clocks. So we've traditionally done watches, watch bands, desk clocks. Now we're doing wall clocks, which is a great business for man caves and people in their garages. They do very, very well. And the NFL and MLB and NHL have all given us the rights to do that. And we've also brought in some new licenses as well that we'll be doing. So we have Army, who we're going to start with the military, and Army is our first license that we just took on. So we're excited. The business is growing day by day.
Yeah, no, a lot of new additions since we spoke last time. And imagining college teams too for you. I don't know.
College is, we have started with the colleges. Game Time did college watches a long time ago. We had stopped. We are now back in that business. We are taking the top probably 20 or 30 colleges, and we will be out in September, October with the college watches.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. See, I'm knowing the business.
Yes.
So where are you in terms of raising money, capital raise, your strategy going forward financially?
We are in our initial raise right now. I mean, again, Game Time has been in business for 20 years. We have a proven track record. We are looking to take the company public, and we are in an initial raise now. We have an amazing array of products, over 10 different style of watches for every team, every league. We do specialty watches for teams. We do $25,000 diamond encrusted Swiss movement watches to giveaways at the stadium. So we're an attractive company to people, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback and a lot of people interested in coming on board.
Yeah. How can somebody find out more about Game Time?
GameTimeWatch.com is our website, and they could go on there and see all about our product. We also have another website, Game Time Bands, where we sell all our Apple Watch bands. And they could look on there and see all about us.
Okay. Thank you, Adam. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Success. Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Rosa Realty is a holding company for 5 agent-centric, technology-integrated, cloud-based multi-service real estate segments. And with me is Joe LaRosa, the CEO of LaRosa Holdings, and also Peter Goldstein, CEO and founder of Exchange Listing and also Emmis Capital. And let's start with you, Peter. I mean, I know you wrote a book and you've been working with companies to take them public. Start with your book and then let's talk a little bit about what you do for businesses.
Thanks, Jane. Yeah, I have a 35-year background as an entrepreneur, majority of that in the capital markets as an investment banker, advisor, investor, and founder. And I wrote a book called The Entrepreneur's IPO to really educate entrepreneurs about what's possible for small cap and micro cap companies. You know, there's a myth around Wall Street where everybody thinks you need to be a unicorn in order to do an IPO. Well, it's just not true. So the book is a practical guide. It also includes top industry experts with their tips and opportunities to educate entrepreneurs about listing their companies and accessing the capital markets.
Now, that's really valuable information because you're absolutely right. A lot of people are like, oh, there's no way you can go public. So what's a couple pieces of advice you would give to small companies?
Prepare early. It's a journey. You know, we like to look 12, 18, 24 months out from your listing and then bring in a team of advisors and professionals that can teach you the necessary aspects of corporate governance, of financial reporting, making sure your organization and your operations are geared towards public ownership. Most founders are typically oriented around private ownership and aren't used to the transparency and the governance required. And then of course there's all the necessary listing metrics. And all of these things take time, and I like to say to practice. And then to be able to be prepared for when the markets open. Like in this current market, you know, the IPO markets are doing better now than they have in 15 years, although everybody thinks the market is closed. First quarter had an increase of 231% over last year at this time. So we want entrepreneurs to understand you want to be ready and prepared for when you go to market, and of course in this case, when the markets open more fully.
Yeah, and you helped Joe LaRosa go public. So can you explain what happened, and then we'll talk to Joe a little bit about that as well?
So we work and we love to work with dynamic entrepreneurs who have a commitment and a vision to going public. So we were introduced to Joe and really love the business model that he has, and work to bring in all of the ecosystem necessary for Joe to prepare for his IPO, educating him, educating his staff, working with the board, and developing the relationships with the investment bankers, the attorneys, the exchange directly. We work directly with the NASDAQ and spend all the time necessary to prepare him for his successful listing.
And Joe, explain that experience. How was that? Did you feel like, were you overwhelmed? Did you need this kind of a guidance going through it?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the old saying, right? You're only as good as who you surround yourself with. So, you know, for years, just like what Peter said, I never thought it was even a possibility for us to be able to have the opportunity to even go public. And then when I got to understand the microcap market and the possibilities, you know, meeting Peter and his team, they were able to really introduce me to really important folks that helped me get across the finish line. And it was a, you know, very unique process for sure, because, you know, we first started talking when the market was doing phenomenal back in 21, and then of course everything started to change, in both in the public markets and the real estate market. But, you know, we wouldn't have been able to cross the finish line if it wasn't for, you know, Peter and his team and all the other folks that they've been able to introduce me to.
Yeah. Now, your business is disruptive of the real estate industry. Explain what LaRosa is doing that's different.
So, you know, now more than ever, there's definitely, you know, a lot of news out there about obviously the change that we're going to be seeing in the real estate industry. And so our model is very unique and different, is because we've always been very focused on defining what it is to be agent-centric, right? Creating an opportunity for agents that have as much financial flexibility, right? So that they can be able to create more financial wealth for themselves, and also have the opportunity to be flexible with their consumers. And so our model is very different, where we offer agents 100% commission. They pay a monthly subscription, and they'll pay a flat transaction fee. So there's a lot of flexibility there for agents. And in today's market, only about 10% of the agents that are active in the United States today actually have their license hung with a company like ours. So what the projection is now over the next 3 to 4 years, that number is going to increase dramatically, possibly over 50%. So we feel like we're in the right place at the right time with the model that we're introducing. And of course, we're really focused on leading the way and really being able to introduce even more and really, again, define what it is to be agent-centric. creating as much value as we can for agents.
And the revenue model is different as well. Can you explain that?
Sure. So, there is, there's definitely a need for agents to be able to create multiple streams of revenue, right? I was always taught that from years ago by my father. And so we want to create that same opportunity for realtors. So a lot of realtors want to be able to build their own business within a business, have an opportunity to create a team. And so, we've looked at other real estate companies out there that have created a revenue share model, but it's very complex. And when you look at, when you kind of dig down deep into the dynamics of what they offer, very few agents actually make enough money to be considered to be in the black, right? After they're paying all their fees and whatever else, they're still losing money. So we wanted to create a very simple system that was very easy to understand, and that's also a big component of why ours is so different. And where agents can make money literally day one. There's no waiting to unlock your level 1 to go to level 2, level 3. There's no waiting for how many deals to have to close. Literally, an agent at La Rosa can hire one agent, and on that agent that they hire, then their very first closing, they're able to actually generate some revenue sharing now from that agent's transaction. So that's what makes our model very different, and we feel in today's market, because of everything that's happening, it's essential for us to create that opportunity for agents.
And AI could play a role in this as well. How will AI work with the real estate industry?
So I've been, following AI now for the last several years, right? It's been around, but over the last, I would say, 18 months, it's picked up a lot of momentum, and it's become kind of a sexy name out there. And so we don't want agents to get intimidated and feel like they're going to be replaced by AI, right? So we wanted to create our own system internally at La Rosa called Jamie that was going to allow for agents to work directly with AI. I feel that it's the agents that don't adapt to today's technology, those are the ones that are going to be left behind, right? So we wanted to create opportunities for agents to work smarter, not harder. We built a phenomenal system that allows the agents to be able to do that, and as well as we've now started to focus on the consumer side. So we don't want to just be a company that is really focused on being agent-centric, but as well as being consumer-centric.
Yeah, and what are your growth plans for the company?
So, we are just in a place right now where, being a publicly traded company, having the opportunity now to expand across the United States. Our model, again, is very different. So a lot of the traditional brokerages, I have been reaching out, hearing about La Rosa and seeing kind of the momentum that we've been able to create. And we're having opportunities now on the M&A side now across the United States. And plus, we've been very active. I would say we've been almost averaging at least 2 acquisitions per month now since we've actually gone public back in October. So we're very excited for the opportunity now ahead and really kind of become one of the leaders in the real estate space.
Yeah, and Peter, let's finish. Tell me your book again, and then also any other last pieces of advice for companies that may watch this interview and go, hey, maybe I can go public.
So the book is called The Entrepreneur's IPO, and it really is geared towards entrepreneurs like Joe who want to understand what's possible in the world of listing their companies. Small cap and micro cap is our area of focus, and the reality that you can access capital as an alternative to private equity and venture capital. Currently there's trillions of dollars on the sidelines. We're still getting companies done, and as I mentioned earlier, the IPO market, surprisingly, is much stronger than people realize. So reading the book, it's available on Amazon. You can get some beginning of the education. Of course, anybody can reach out directly to me, and I'm happy to provide information. And specifically, I think the takeaway is, if you're committed to the journey, start early. Prepare yourself early for when the opportunity comes that you really do have the ability to attract significant investors, significant capital that's transformative in nature.
Yeah, no, good advice. I think I might read that book. So thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Join the sustainable revolution with SGTM. Our groundbreaking carbon capture technology transforms emissions into nutrients, tackling waste, and fighting climate change. By storing captured carbon and offering offset credits, we're restoring land and building a greener future. Join us in the fight for a sustainable planet. Together, we can make a difference. SGTM, innovating for a sustainable tomorrow.
Your data is vulnerable to cyber attacks. Introducing SKUR Swiss-hosted solutions. Secure Mail, Secure Messenger, and Secure VPN, protecting your communications, internet traffic, and identity. Regain your privacy today. Visit SKUR.
The Sustainable Green Team is a company that is leading the way in revolutionizing sustainability through the utilization of state-of-the-art technology. Their primary objective is to convert waste into valuable nutrients, thereby creating a positive impact on the planet. And they're also offering innovative solutions, and Sustainable Green Team actively assisting companies in achieving their climate sustainability targets as well. So with me is CEO Tony Raynor. Great to have you back here. And I guess just tell us about the recent increase you've had in executives and some of the management team.
Yeah, as you know, our company has really pivoted from mulch manufacturing into technology. And so we've really brought in some incredible talent to take on a global mission. It takes a really unique team. And so, you know, experts between financial, governance, sustainability, yeah, we've really increased our horsepower.
So are they geographically all over the world? So that will help you. I know you've
actually, you're right. They are.
Dubai,
yeah,
so
we have some in the Middle East that really have great connections with government. And you know, that are stationed right into that region. So you know, we have a very diverse group, you know, from Australia to the Middle East and America. It's really good.
So what's kind of your goal with these people? Expansion, new markets?
Yeah, you know, really to take a team of experts and advisors to really work together with the leadership team to help steer the ship in the right direction, to be able to take the expertise that they have and a wealth of knowledge. And, you know, something my dad taught me when I was a young man is, you know, wisdom comes through a multitude of counsel. And so when you have a group of counsel of wise individuals that believe in your vision, you get to where you want to go, and you get there quicker and a lot less error and mistake that can come.
Hang with the smart people,
That's
right?
it.
That's a good lesson,
That's
yeah.
exactly right.
So what can we expect to see from Sustainable Green Team in the next few months?
I would say you're going to see some serious momentum. Our company is gearing up all across the world, and we're seeing some great movement, and you're going to see some big things.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
So tell us a little bit about the company. For people that haven't seen our interviews, this is what you're doing. I gave a little intro, but explain a little.
Yeah, we have a very disruptive technology that solves global issues from different facets. I mean, we know that the world has depleting soil issues, and we have a technology that turns waste into nutrients. And we do it in a way that is it's a paradigm shift. It's from the old methods of utilizing waste that would actually create more issues with climate, you know, gases being released. With our technology, we actually sequester carbon, and we are able to attack serious global issues from odors, disease, you know, global famines, food security. And so we have a revolutionary technology, and it's scalable, and it's pretty simple because we're taking what the world's waste issues are that are creating a problem, and we're utilizing them to solve the problem.
Okay, thank
Pretty
you so
cool.
much, Tony.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Your data is vulnerable to hackers, with email being the cause of 91% of all cyber attacks. Introducing SKUR, Swiss-hosted, data-mine-free, private and secure solutions to protect your communications. Secure Mail offers secure and private email communication. Secure Messenger offers private and secure chats. Secure VPN encrypts your internet traffic and protects your digital identity. Regain your privacy today. Visit Sekur at sekur.com.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Weekly Hack. I'm Anna Berry with your Sekur Privacy and Security segment, along with Alain Ghiai, the CEO of Sekur. Now, today we're talking about the latest data breach and cyber attack. One of the largest debt collection agencies in the U.S. has revealed it has information that was exposed online. That is 2 million people are at risk in this massive debt data breach. So first of all, Alain, how did this happen? Did they have access to this database? How in the world can this happen to 2 million people?
Yeah, this is pretty tragic because that database in the article they mentioned had the social security number and all the info of people. What happened is the hackers were monitoring the communication. They got into the email of the database managers, for example. They may have been communication, and through that, there's little loopholes also. They can go on the back end, they can get into the code. I mean, it's not uncommon that these huge financial organizations use what we call legacy systems, which are old systems. Their servers may be old, they're running on old applications, old databases. Those are very easy to compromise and to get access to.
Quickly before we end, talk about the importance of adopting a VPN, and you offer a secure VPN.
Yes, we offer the only commercially available pure Swiss VPN, which means that we do not hook on the third-party cloud providers, like the main guys that we all know. That's why we only offer one location from Switzerland. We have multiple locations from Switzerland. The advantage there is that if you don't use any big tech infrastructure, you can have the Swiss protection of a Swiss IP law, which dictates that if you use a Swiss VPN purely, there's other company that say they're Swiss, but they use the big tech, so that doesn't apply. When in Switzerland, your IP address is your private property. That guarantees you that we can't manipulate or sell it. We also encrypt your existing connection.
And for our viewers that are interested in these services, you have a promo code today?
We do. The promo code is privacy. It'll give you 15% off for the next 5 years on each solution that you buy. Also, if you go on the website and you try to buy a solution, you'll be prompted to add-ons with more bundling if you're interested. So you save there too. And you'll see, I recommend people to go on the website, but privacy gives you that 15% off for the next 5 years.
Well, privacy has arrived with Sekur. Thank you so much, Alain, and thank you everyone for watching the Weekly Hack.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks, everyone. See you next week.